What's up, folks?
Hey, y'all.
Let's see if I can. Gary, what's up, fella? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got it.
So tonight we have no real topic. What's going on, Pedal?
Hey, sis.
Vic Montana in the building.
Oh, my.
Yeah, Oh, it fell out
It
the
fell the
daggone
whole
nest.
thing. Ooh, look
The
at the baby
whole bird, that's what
bird.
I'm
Fell on the
saying.
floor.
The whole nest.
Oh, the
fell.
whole nest. Oh, Jesus.
All right, so we up here. We chilling, Garrett. Let me show y'all what we got going on here real
Oh, my
quick.
God. The whole baby done came out. My God.
You wasn't lying.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
That's from that wind.
It just.
We had a major wind earlier.
Poor little bird's nest just got knocked straight out the tree. And
Oh, them baby gonna die.
yeah, they probably will. They probably will. Now, the next thing's gonna happen, the mama bird gonna come here. She's gonna be mad, and she's gonna interrupt our little lunch date here. So tonight, folks, we're not gonna be before you too long because it's date night, and but we definitely want to hop on and say what's up because we love you guys. What you got to say to people? You got anything that was on your heart that you want to say
No,
or
just
share?
wanted to say hello.
So
So
what?
we've been missing in action
been-
for a
yeah.
little bit.
But I think the last time we were on, we was traveling,
Yeah.
headed up to Massachusetts.
Yeah, we were traveling, so it was kind of, quick.
I know y'all still do date night, right? I know Garrett
Look at
do.
me.
Look at you. I know Garrett do, because Garrett, yeah, he a Casanova, in a good sense.
Date night is good though.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It's definitely good. And sometimes it don't got to be nothing, super fancy, but it should be done. It should be done. But here's another thing that I think we got to understand. I mean, we're trying to do this little whole "What's Love Got to Do with" thing because I'm hoping it's a blessing to somebody, and I like to say I believe it is. Hey, be careful, man! A nest fell out the tree there, and you got all the little baby birds right there. You see them? Yeah. But there comes a time, sometimes, when you got to close the door to those who are peering in, those who are trying to see in.
What do you mean?
You got to be careful who you allow inside.
Okay.
Date night is definitely needed. It is, Garrett. It is. And I be seeing you, Garrett. I be seeing you posting your pictures, you and the wifey doing y'all thing, man. Every time I see it, I say, look at Garrett. Yeah, look at Garrett doing his thing. I mean, we go way back, like kind of like on flats. I think probably what, New North? Probably New North, I think.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. But there comes a time sometimes when you gotta close the doors and stop letting people in all of your stuff. We'll get on here and we'll chat and we'll talk and we'll cut up and we'll have a good time. But you better believe, we ain't showing y'all everything. You don't need to see everything.
No, absolutely not.
You don't need to see everything. I posted something a little earlier today. I said half of them, first of all, you gotta understand that the delete button is a powerful thing. Half of the folk be spying and the other half be lying on you. So you gotta be very careful who you let inside your space. What you say, baby? Okay, thank you.
That's seriously the truth. And especially if we're talking about the whole marriage gist of it, you definitely can't allow people in all your space to know all your business.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sheldon said, we'll show you our Friday nights and we chilling and talking or what have you, but it's not like everywhere we go or we doing something. Oh shoot, look at somebody just cash app us 25 for our date night. Okay, I appreciate that, son.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. But it's not like we sit here and we
So you
gonna
can go
be.
and order the appetizer now. Now we got a few dollars. Thank y'all. We appreciate that.
We appreciate that. But It's not like we, gonna sit here. Look at you guys are not mandated to wear. We eat and we can't put no mask on.
Yeah, how we
eating.
gonna
Come
eat
on,
with a
Pato,
mask
don't
on?
be trying to.
I am working on getting one of those with a split on it though, so you know.
That's defeating the purpose.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Okay, but yeah, we are mandated or mandatory to wear masks, but
they're not really enforcing it.
no, it's
though.
not an enforcement like that. But
We love you too, Thelma. Thank you, ma'am.
yeah, we don't let everybody in all our business
You
in our
can't.
space,
You
and
can't.
you can't. What's personal is personal, and what's like we coming on Fridays and just chit chatting and giving a little enlightenment or encouragement, or even getting the same thing from you guys with the comments that you may leave down on below. It's not like we don't need enlightenment
Yeah, we
or
need it too. So
encouragement
make sure
as
you
well. We don't know
comment
it all.
and everything.
Yeah, so
And share.
just take that as a note that you can't let all your business out to everyone as far as
Some stuff you got to deal with and go through in private. Because you let too many people in, they'll be offering their advice and their opinions and their this, that, and the other. And a lot of times it's stuff that they won't even take themselves. That's right, son. That's the cash app right there. Anybody else want to follow suit, go right ahead.
But one interesting thing I saw the other night, or as a matter of fact, it was last night, we were watching, I was watching, what was I watching? What was the name of that movie?
I know it looked good.
It was with,
the dude
Nia
that played
Long.
Was that Nia Long?
Mm-hmm, it was Nia Long, and it's on Netflix, but yet still she met this guy.
That's it right there? Man, that
wow,
looked
it
pretty
was
good. And it was fast.
So
We're sitting here at Delaney's Sports and Bar Grill. If you're in the Statesville area, you gotta come check them out.
sure.
Ask for Jody; she'll take care of you. The food is fast, hot, and ready. Yes, sir.
yeah, but I was watching. This is right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold
okay,
on,
take
guys.
that.
And Southern Comfort.
Oh, Mom, I'm about to hurt myself with this
With a
burger.
side of
y'all.
additional Southern Comfort.
Oh man, you gotta love the
So
South.
if you want to take your seat
Yeah.
for you.
Okay.
And I'll help y'all out here.
There we go.
Thank you so much, Jody.
No problem, guys.
Thank you.
Y'all let me know if y'all need anything.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
do.
Will do.
So what you saying now, babe?
Oh yeah, but so back to the movie. So I was watching a movie, and it was saying she's a lawyer. She ended up meeting some guy that she knew when they were going high school and even college or what have you. And all of a sudden, she starts talking to this guy and asks him to go to dinner. Then they went to dinner. It was supposed to be another girlfriend at the dinner, but the girlfriend canceled. This, that, and the third. But I won't tell you the whole story because I want you to go ahead and watch it, or movie. But they went ahead and start to talk or what have you and everything like that. And she just out of the blue just started telling this guy that she met for the first time in about 20 years about how much it feel like she'd been married for 20 years or what have you, but it seems as if the person that she was sleeping with was just a total stranger beside her. First of all, see, she let that person in too quick, and you just met this person, you telling him all about information all about your marriage, intimate information.
Yeah.
What's up, Candace? So
We at Delaney's Sports Bar and Grill, sitting outside on the sidewalk.
yeah, eating some, having our little
She said I was
date.
having artery blocking food.
Yeah, he is.
But I'm sorry, go ahead though, baby.
But yeah, so she let them in, let this guy in like majorly. Like she just met him, and first little so-called date, unofficial date they went to.
Let me jump in and interrupt you for a moment.
Okay, go right ahead.
Why you think she did that?
I don't think she felt comfortable with him, but I think like she was saying in the movie, it was one of those things where she felt neglected in some sense because she was just like the person she was sitting or sleeping with was a total stranger. But for me, I think that is just too personal information for you to give out to somebody that you haven't seen in 20 years. What is it that you're expecting from him for you giving him that information? Maybe she wanted
somebody.
More from,
I think that she probably wanted, needed to vent, but she chose the wrong person to
but
vent
somebody
to.
you just met. Okay, guys.
I mean,
please,
it was wrong. Period.
Down, yeah, I know that. Down in the comments, do you think somebody that you just met for the first time in about 20 years, you may have known them, during your college years and so forth, and then you finally meet up and you going on a first date, unofficial date, or going to go get drinks or going to just hang out, and you're going to tell them such personal information or about your marriage? Let's talk to me. Tell me if that you think that's cool.
It's not cool. We don't even gotta wait for them to, it's straight up not uncool, not cool.
Or what was the intention for her to? I don't know.
Okay, so
like Shada said, you thought she feel like she just wanted to vent.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole movie. I just watched a few parts, and they're tending to the birds that fell out the nest.
And see, sometimes that's what's gonna happen. You tell someone stuff, and your birds will come out the nest. Some will die, and some will live. Well, that one looked like it's getting real. See, the mama bird about to attack you.
Where is it?
You hear her crying somewhere.
No, that's not my. So, I think that she was at a vulnerable point.
Are you gonna?
And so she chose to talk to this dude and share some stuff with him that she shouldn't have. But I think that she was emotionally driven. Okay.
Meaning what?
She was emotionally driven. Her emotions were a wreck.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so when you let your emotions drive you or lead you, you mess around and do stuff that you're not. That's not cool. Because what happened was he took that information and he, number one, he used it against her, but number two, he wasn't even in a stable place his own self. And so sometimes you mess around and you choose somebody to share stuff with, and they're not stable themselves.
Right.
And now you gotta mess on your hands because this dude was out to try to.
Yeah. No. We ain't gonna spoil it for him, y'all.
I didn't even see the whole thing.
Yeah. Go ahead and watch.
What was the name of it?
It's the new show on Netflix.
Nia Long?
It's Nia Long and I don't know.
Was it not Tay Diggs? He played in The Wood. He played in Juice with Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one I think that killed Tupac.
Right.
Yeah, and they said, "Oh, you got the juice." I can't remember what his name.
I can't remember his name either.
Omar Epps.
Omar Epps. That's
Epps?
it. Yep. Omar Epps and Nia Long. Good movie, but some valid point to consider when when you watching that movie and to take note to say Omar Epps. There you go. Yep, Pedro, you're right. But there's some questions here, so let me answer the comments. That not saying it was cool. Candace said not saying it was cool, but was it a situation where she didn't think she'll see him again, so she wanted to vent? I don't know. I don't know if that's what it was. You have to watch the movie to kind of see.
I don't even think that she thought that far.
Right. I don't think she thought that far. But then once she got into it and realized that she monked up, then it was a whole different story.
Yeah, translation, monked up, that means messed up.
Yeah. That's a Christian cussing.
Oh, so, ooh, and so, what? Cover your spouse, never uncover each other. Thelma, you are absolutely right.
That's right.
You cover your spouse and never uncover each other. But when you are emotionally, I'm using this word, when you are emotionally unstable, you won't think. Now you may know that, but you won't think it through like that because you're emotionally unstable, and anything that's unstable can just erupt at any moment.
Okay, so Petal says sometimes you just need to vent, and maybe she thought she would never see him again. Oh, Petal's saying the same thing. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's possible. But see the danger of that? You thought, but you didn't know. And so she thought something that would be harmless. It actually turned out to be harmless. Did you watch the whole movie?
The whole thing. It was a disaster.
Yeah, okay. See, I didn't see the whole thing.
It's a disaster. And you guys got to watch it just to kind of see. And then there was a lot of little red flags that, that I didn't like. Like you just meeting this dude, for me anyway, and, he was just so persistent and, touching like, the back of her back certain way. I don't know. I don't know, and maybe, I don't know, maybe me watching it and seeing, sometimes when you outside looking in, you can see clearly than when you're actually in it.
That's a good point.
Seriously.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And I think that now we're talking about not letting people in your space, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta have some. And I know it may sound like an oxymoron, but let me say it the way. Sometimes it's good to have a safe place where you can not necessarily vent, but discuss things. It's good when you got a seasoned couple that's been proven to be trustworthy.
Boundary is a must.
Yeah, boundaries is a must,
Yeah.
even with the safe couples.
But that's another point. Now back to the movie, and that's when everything came uncovered about her telling, Omar Epps about this whole, their business and this, that, and the third. And then the husband simply turned to Nia Long and was just like, you can talk to a courtroom, because she was a lawyer, full of people and a jury of 12 that you don't even know, and you can convince them and you can tell them this, that, and the other, but you couldn't come to me, which was your husband, and how you were feeling as if you were sleeping with a stranger.
Well,
And why is that? When you have your husband, you have your wife, and you're going through a situation, and you can't go to that person and say, hey, this is happening, that is happening, and how we gonna
you saw what happened to
deal
your
with
friends,
that?
right? You saw what happened to your friends? That stuff that was falling on you? The whole nest fell down.
Oh,
Yeah, it's about like 3 or 4 birds in
glad
it.
I moved.
You just in time. Sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah, so
But
why-
I don't think that happens overnight, though.
what doesn't happen overnight?
Okay, so she would go to work and she could do all that stuff like he was explaining.
Uh-huh.
Yes, still she wasn't talking to her husband. And so I don't think that happens overnight.
No, because it says 20 years and you don't feel like you're sleeping with a
you go.
stranger.
So that's why date night is important. That's why, strategically spending time together. Sometimes you gotta pump the brakes.
Well, Candace said, scared of the response or the reaction because you love them and you want them to love you. But then that's like what the post that I put up in our group. Sometimes it's going to be uncomfortable situation or conversation that you're going to have, even if you love, but it's still necessary, scared or not, versus you telling this stranger and then she end up in a disaster
Well, I think
with her marriage.
All right, man, you be safe as well.
You
all right,
too.
brother?
See you.
I think with a stranger, it appears or it seems that there's no accountability or responsibility. So in other words, if you have this conversation with a stranger, you can divulge certain things and they're just a listening ear. They're not going to hold you accountable. They're not going to, so you'll feel freer. But if you have that conversation with your spouse, there may be a response to what you say that may hold you accountable. Because, as they say, there's 3 sides to every story: yours, mine, and the truth. You see? And so when you telling this to a perfectly stranger,
Yours, mine, and I want to say sometimes enlightenment.
well,
'Cause yours-
that's where the truth is. The truth will set you free. That's enlightenment.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yours, mine, and the truth. And so I would say that that's why it's probably easier, or why she probably felt it was easier to talk to a stranger, because she said, I didn't see the whole thing, but she said that she felt like she was sleeping with a stranger or whatever.
Yeah, she said 20 years and she felt like she was sleeping with a stranger.
Whereas if she had that conversation with him, he might have been able to, throw a rebuttal out there and be like, well, what about what you are doing or not doing or whatever. And so sometimes we don't have certain conversations. Excuse me.
Amen, Pedro.
Because we're
Please
afraid
let's
of
not talk about that
of the answer.
entanglement. Oh my Jesus.
Oh, we ain't going
We
there.
ain't even
going
going
there.
there. I don't even know. I don't even know the
full
fullness of
details,
it.
But I
about
know it's
that
will,
entanglement.
data, and entanglement. That's all I need to know.
Father God, that's all I can. Y'all about to make me start praying, like real for real.
Buying ammo. So yeah, so we just got to be careful, man, because you know so many things that you might think are innocent or harmless
Becomes a
can be
nightmare.
deadly. Can be deadly. Can be a nightmare.
Yeah, and that's what they had. In the end of it, it was absolutely a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was absolutely a nightmare.
So
Thelma said communication is very important.
it is.
Yeah. And that's what they were lacking, you know. And I wish I could remember the name of the movie. I don't know why I'm promoting their movie.
Yeah.
But it was a, you know, because we were talking about what?
Letting people
Letting
in your
people
space.
in your space.
And she let somebody in that didn't
And
want to get back out, even
did
when she
not
tried to
wanna
put
get
him out.
back
Because
out.
one part that I did see, she was like, "Look, are you crazy? You can't do doing this." She tried to put her foot down, but it was too late because he was crazier than her foot was big. That dude was crazy.
It was cray-cray.
He was cray-cray. For real, for real. And so, you know, sometimes people are a certain way until you let them in your space or until they, you know, find out certain information or whatever. And then you find out how crazy they really are, you know. So you just got to be careful. And I think Thelma might have said it, or maybe Petter, one of you guys said it, about never uncover your spouse, always cover them.
Right.
That's at the end of the day, that's what you got to do. I don't care how much you want to, you know, vent. You know, if you can't vent to your spouse, don't ever give somebody else power over your spouse by divulging certain stuff. You know, so.
And I'm glad you said that because even in the movie, and I was sitting there fussing at the TV
You
screen.
was fussing at the TV?
I was so mad, y'all. I was like, listen, now is the time to tell it. Go ahead and tell it. Don't just sit there and wait, tell it.
So the more she tried to hide it or
Yeah,
not,
instead
tell
of just telling it, so it would have been, then it just linger on and linger on and linger on. If she had told what was happened in the beginning, then it was just one of those things where it would have been like, okay, the husband would have been aware, they was able to kind of deal with the situation before it went left, because it went all the way left.
They'll
And
know I ain't playing, right? You keep on talking, though.
he hungry, I guess.
I ain't hungry, but it's pretty good.
But he's eating. But yeah, it was just one of those things
Yeah, we
where they truly she truly needed to just go ahead and tell it instead of waiting. And yeah.
Kendra said she about to watch that tonight.
Yeah, watch it tonight. It was really good, but I don't think it's called Fatal Affair though. Maybe it is. Look it up, guys. Somebody look it up for
When it gets
me.
to you talking to the TV, that's a good movie.
I'm trying.
She wasn't talking though. She was fussing.
I was fussing. I was like, oh my God.
I was waiting for the TV to respond.
And I was
because
like,
she
oh my God, you need to tell it. Just go ahead and tell it. Why would you sit there and not even just say something? Just say something. But maybe that is the name of it, Fatal Affair, on Netflix. Nia Long.
It is
and
on Netflix, but
and
I don't
Omar
know.
Epps. It just came out. It was really good. I mean, I think the acting was a little bit. Oh, thank you, Denise. I think the acting was a little cheesy. I don't know for Omar Epps.
Oh, so Candace done looked it up. You know Candace.
Oh
don't
yeah.
play.
Okay, thank you, Candace. So
Hey, what's
yeah,
up,
it
Rashina?
was.
How you doing?
Hey,
Cuz?
Sheena. It was Fatal Affair.
Fatal Affair.
Yeah, but it was good. It was really good movie, but it just shows that you just can't let people in your space, no matter how much you feel like you want to vent. Or, you know, for me, like I'm not 20 years. Like we can go to a
20.
yeah. No, I'm
yeah.
talking about them, like meeting after 20 years, you know, going to college and seeing somebody
tell you
20 years,
this.
first little date, and then
Somebody
you telling all
know
that stuff, like,
from
I
20
don't know.
Somebody you know from 20 years ago, if you ain't been in touch with them on a regular basis, they are not the same person
No.
you left 20 years ago. I don't care what nobody say.
Exactly.
Because life happens and it happens fast.
Real fast.
And people change.
Right. And if they don't change, their true colors show up.
Yeah, people, yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what became that thing. I want to eat my chicken, but I want to be dignified. I don't want to be all on here like
Not
Sheldon.
me.
Sheldon don't care.
I'm going to start
He just
picking
tearing that chicken
yeah,
up.
I sure is.
But so we gonna get off of here, but don't let people in your space, like, you know, so readily to divulge certain things about your marriage or your relationship just because you where y'all at?
We downtown Statesville at Delaney's Sports Bar and Grill. Sitting
Yeah.
outside on the sidewalk. Beautiful night. Birds is chirping. A few even falling out the trees, literally.
And see,
And,
that's what happens sometimes. You tell people and stuff start falling apart. just like that bird nest. And that's what happened. Their house started falling apart in that movie because they devote some things that was just, you know, one word. That's all it took, you know, and one action. Because, you know, I'm not telling y'all all the movie because I want y'all to see it. But it looks nice. Yeah, it is nice down here tonight.
Oh, it is. It is.
It's nice down here
beautiful
tonight. But
a few bikers out here, you know, and I guess some nights they have live entertainment out here, live music, live bands. But tonight it's a little bit on the quieter side.
Yep, it's a very good night for date night.
Oh yeah.
So that's what we doing, having our little date night. Just want to, you know, show y'all in just a little bit because we miss you guys. But we gonna go because Sheldon Burger getting a little cold.
Yeah,
and my chicken.
We done had these appetizers. I'll probably end up just taking that home for a little nightcap.
Bye, y'all. Well, lead them out. Say something about
right,
this whole letting people in.
Yeah, be very careful who you let in because y'all already know you got a cousin, you got an aunt, you got somebody who you let move in for a week just to help them get on their feet, and 2 years later they were still there. So my point is, sometimes you let folk in and they don't want to leave. I don't know if we got any people, any landlords out there, but you can get some tenants up in there, and when they stop paying, you know, you tell them it's time to go, and next thing you know, you got to go through the court system to get them jokers out.
Right.
I mean, they tear up your place. And
oh
everything.
My Jesus, Shayna, don't you put that no entanglements. Jesus, we not going here tonight. We can't even talk all this stuff in public.
We ain't going to no entanglements. Entanglements. Because I still haven't. I've been hearing everybody talking about this entanglement mess, and I don't even know what the full scoop is.
I guess we need to find out the real scoop.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't.
We ain't discussing it.
Curiosity killed the cat. Some stuff you don't need to know, and some stuff you just don't need in your spirit. And so I ain't about to dig in and find out what no entanglement is. Y'all can if y'all want to, but
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I know it don't even sound right. It don't even sound right. But y'all be very careful. Protect what you have.
Do so.
Cherish what you have, and just try to be a blessing to somebody. Just try to be a blessing. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm on. God is dealing with me on that. To just try to be a blessing. You ain't got to give away your shirt. You ain't got to give away your house, your shoes, your car. But you can still be a blessing to somebody.
Shaquan said, just call Will up. He'll tell you to
Yeah, I'm going to call him up, all right.
Yeah, be like, what is going on, dude?
Call him up and share with him the plan of salvation.
That's it.
Because he need to be delivered.
That's it.
But thank you guys for pressing play. Go ahead and send up some hearts for us, y'all.
Yeah, do
thank
that.
You so very
some hearts,
much.
Some love, share.
Yeah.
If this kind of like, I don't know. It's a beautiful night, though.
It is.
Trying to show y'all beautiful night out here chilling. It is nice to be nice.
It is nice to be nice. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Because they'll remember that.
They will remember that.
Yeah.
People might not remember, a lot of things, but they'll remember how you treated them. She said, inbox her your skincare routine. It's a bunch of smooches from her husband. That's what it is. You can't get that skin treatment. That's what that is right there. I'm going to take a little credit for that. Yeah.
Oh,
we
God.
We try our best to keep her glowing. Denise, put the information down in the comments about your page. Thanks for the invite too, by the way. But go ahead and put your information about your group that you've created. Go ahead and put the information in the comments so everybody else, if you want to, so everybody else can know what you got going on too.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, but have some date nights though, and you never know. Maybe after we finish with this, we'll pop back on and see what y'all up to. You never know.
Do that, yeah.
But I just want to go eat my chicken, y'all.
Then we're gonna get on this bike and we're gonna ride.
And we on the bike.
Yeah, we roll.
And I ain't trying to be, looking ghetto-fied on here trying to tear this chicken up. So
go and tear that chicken up, girl. Stop acting like you cute, being all bougie. All right, y'all. We talk to y'all later.
At least I ain't eating with no fork. I ain't gonna eat no chicken with no fork. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. I'll see y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.